Okay, so I have the weirdest encouragement for you. I'm cooling down a little bit. Just got done at the gym, hanging my clothes up to dry. It's so gross. Got my electrolytes. Weird encouragement for you is that the thing that you would do that would self-sabotage, what I talked about in the Imagine the Bad video, you develop those patterns to survive painful, challenging moments, and you did a good job to get through it. It's just that once you get on the other side of that, those patterns become the things that can end up building a life that you hate. And so the way that you get underneath that and you get the deepest insight about who you are is to figure out your identity. Now, this is a weird question to ask, and it's a weird thing to even think about or talk about, but what is your identity? You could talk with a business that had to go through a branding or a marketing campaign, and you say, okay, before we figure out like the goal of this campaign, what's the brand identity, right? Or before we do this rebrand, what's the brand identity? And we understand that with a business. Why can't we understand that with an individual? That an individual has an identity, and out of that identity have roles they fulfill, a mission, and then they go and build the community around that mission and that identity. And so what we're doing right now, we're so hungry for this in our society, we're so confused about it, that we're starting to think things define the whole of who we are when they're just a part of who we are. So if you're white or black or Asian or male or female or whatever your gender or sexuality is, all these things, people go, well, that's who I am. No, all of these are a part of our identity, not the whole of our identity. Well, what's the whole of our identity? Well, the quickest way to figure that out is to start with the idea of who you're not. And the way that you understand that is to get into the struggle and the fear. And that is another video for another day. But the thing that I'd like for you to wrestle with and start to think about is, who are you? It's not easy to answer that question without roles, without things that you do, without relationships that you're a part of. But this is the journey that we get to go on in this life. We get to choose what defines us. That's our most important choice. Peace.